Yeah, this is that shaft I was telling you about right here. See the keyway and stuff? How it was walled out, and see somebody cut it off to make it shorter. Well, I had to take this gearbox apart, pull this gear out of the center, turn it around, and put it back in there. Remember that other shaft on the other side stuck out like that far? Then I had to space it out right here where I bolted it back onto the thing. Had to space it in between the length that this was cut off to make this work again, because the keyway, it sheared the keyway. As soon as I put the new big cable on it, it sheared the keyway because it kept breaking the cable. You know, it was finding the easiest point to break. Of course, my Lincoln Continental hood, man. I mean, that's what it come off of Milton's Lincoln over there. Put these bars is off a tractor. All four of them, the two on the other side, and these two.
So you got that welded and bolted there.
Yep. And then it's welded back here, and then this is welded together up here to make the plate. I ain't completely through with this. I'm gonna put another piece on it and extend it out like this a little bit further, where it'd be kind of more straight up and down. And then I took these and bolted them through this. First I built the whole bumper. It was a piece of angle iron, you know, and then I took and welded these plates on it and bolted them in. I spot welded them and then took this back off and then welded both sides of them all the way up. And then I also put these outriggers on here so they'll hold these pieces for me for the outrigger on the back of the wrecker. Took these two, and this was like for a tractor that lifted up and down, you know, on the back, and I took it and cut it off on both sides. You can see where it's cut right there real good, and then welded these pieces on it too. And this right here, this 3-point thing, it came off the back of a tractor that is supposed to hold like your everything on the back, you know, everything hooks to this, and this hook bolts to the tractor. But it had 3 holes in it, and that's what I needed to make that to where this would swivel back and forward. And then this right here swivels too. I had to take this, and I had to take another piece underneath here and cut it at a 45 to where I could get this angle on this. So when you lift the car up, this will be angled back, you know. I had to weld that on there. Cut the piece and everything, you know. These rubbers, a friend of mine gave me them. I had to cut them in half. It was one piece. Had to cut it in half. And of course, this is just the angle iron up here too. Had that hanging on the wall in the shop in there. It went right in there. That's what's supposed to be there. Found this on the road.
That's what's supposed to be there.
Yeah, that's what's supposed to be on the record. But I found that laying in the road, man. It's a snatch block, dude.
Crazy.
Of course, I got these off a Chevy step side and put on there. I got blinkers, tail lights, backup lights. Hey, and even my light up there even works, man.
You got one of those beep things that come on when you put it in reverse?
No, I don't have that, and I don't have no yellow light neither. I got to get some lights to go on top of it, you know.
Alrighty.
But I mean, I cut all of these pipes in. And you know, welded them all together, put all these pieces on, and also on the bumper, it's bolted with these big plates on the side, but I also got 2 big bolts all the way down to the top of it right here too. But you ain't gonna bend none of that, man, unless, you know, you could bend it, but you'd have to show enough get against something, you know. And that's like these. When I cut these pieces out right here, it cut the braces out in between on both sides, so this was like flimsy then. And then I put a bungee strap, not a bungee strap, but one of those ratchet straps like this. And I ratchet strapped it all the way across to the other hole and done it like that, and it went up. And then I found these pieces right here, and they had the right angle and everything already on them right here. All I had to do is just put them on there and put U-bolts to hold them out here. But I mean, it ain't gonna bend now. It's stout. But I'm gonna, when I extend this out a little bit, I'm gonna make a flat on the edge where I can just bolt that straight to the side of it, and it won't be all back like that and stuff. You know, as soon as I picked it up, you know, went where it was gonna go. Worker got any gas in it. The damn cutoff thing ain't working too good. No, I got some gas in there, but the cutoff here ain't cutting all the way off, and it leaks out whenever. I don't know why I'm putting the lid back on.
So you have a winch from a Dodge RV that no telling where it came from. Then you have a lawnmower deck with a lawnmower engine running it. And you have sets of pulleys with like a little reverse mechanism, huh?
Yep. See what it does on that? It pulls on one side and then it runs on the back side of the pulley on the other one to make the reverse.
Uh-huh.
Like this one right here is run straight on the pulley, and whenever this is up, and what it does, it tightens this belt and loosens this belt off, right?
Yes.
And then when you want to go in reverse, which the belt is off for some reason, when you want to go in reverse, you push down, and it lets this belt loose, and tightens this one up, and this one runs on the back side of the pulley, and that makes it turn the opposite way. But that's just a regular tiller type thing right there, like a tiller runs is all that is. And I don't know why. That's it. Here, and pull this off and unhook right here, and this whole thing will be off, right? And I still have these outriggers sticking out, right? Well, I got a disc off a tractor. Well, them outriggers fit down on the front on both sides of the disc. See those outriggers that stick down? They fit on these two things right here on the disc. And then I put a bolt through here, and I can hook my up and down my cable to it, to the winch, and raise the disc up and down with it, and I can use it for a tractor too. I got a box blade that I can put on there and scrape dirt with it, and if I ever get a motor on the bush hog itself, I can use the bush hog, you know, but I'll have to put a motor on it because I don't have a PTO or nothing that runs off hog and use it.